Today's guided art check-in is a simple art therapy exercise. This exercise can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. The left hand represents the year that was, and the right hand, the new year. If you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or just out of touch with your creative self lately, or if your health has kept you away from your brushes for a while, I want you to know you're exactly where you need to be. This isn't a video about aggressive goal setting. For those of us navigating chronic health journeys, those words can feel like a heavy weight. Instead, see today as a way to remember what was and inviting the future in. We are going to use our hands to bridge the gap between what we survived and what we're still becoming. Our hands carry the history of our healing. They hold the effort of recovery, the weight of responsibility, and the gentleness of self-care. When we trace them, we aren't just making art, we are calming our nervous system. We are telling our bodies, I see you, I'm listening. You can use any art supply you prefer. Pastels, pencils, markers, scraps of old paper, old magazines, tissue paper, fabric, paint, or even just one simple tool. There's no right material to use. There's no right way to do this exercise. Your page can be full or almost empty. You do what feels right for you. I decided to use a mixed media approach for mine. You can follow along or watch and do your own version later. I got carried away a bit, so I'm fast forwarding some parts of the video. If you need more time to follow along, pause the video or slow down the speed to see in more detail what I'm doing. I start by making some marks with water-soluble pastels. Then I blend it with a wet wipe. For the left side, I use pink and purple, as that was the colors that spoke most to me in 2025. On the right side, I start with pink and blue. I use these colors because it makes me feel calm. I then start layering paper over it. You don't have to do it like me. You can just color your background or write words that mean something to you. You can write about the year that was, and on the right side, you can write what you want from the new year, or what you want the new year to be like for you. If you follow along, you can use any glue and any paper. It doesn't really matter what you use, since you're working in your journal. I am using PVA glue and paper scraps that I have around the house. I like to cover the page before I start with the real exercise, because a perfect white page is intimidating when you're already low on energy. I love collage, so it's just natural for me to use that. These layers give me permission to be imperfect. If the page is already messy, you can't ruin it. You can only add to it. Just like your health, these layers are sometimes thin, sometimes heavy, and sometimes they need to dry before you can move on. Add as many layers as you want. While you are adding these layers, reflect on the past year. Think about your art, your life, your health, and your emotions. Notice what your body remembers. Notice the words you never spoke. If you want, you can add some stamps, stenciling, or even stickers to your page. When your page is dry, you can slowly start to trace your hands. Place your left hand down. This represents 2025, the year that has passed. As you trace it, I don't want you to ask, what did I achieve? I want you to ask, what did I carry? What did you survive this past year that you never talked about? Maybe you carried pain, or the grief of a flare-up, or the frustration of a body that didn't cooperate. Maybe you weren't able to create as much as you wanted. Trace those memories. Acknowledge them. They deserve a place to land. Reflect on your emotions, especially those you didn't speak about. If it helps, you can jot down these thoughts on a separate piece of paper, but this is totally optional. You don't need to use words. You can use color, shape, and texture. You don't need answers. Just notice what your body remembers. As you reflect, see if any emotional shifts takes place for you. Now we trace around the right hand. This is 2026, the new year. In art therapy, the right side often represents movement and what comes next. Reflect on your goals and your dreams for this year. Do not force it. Listen if anything comes up for you. What does your body need in the coming year? Is it more rest? What does your art need? Is it a return to color? Is it simply the grace to try again? Again, jot it down on a separate page if you want to. I outline my hands to make them stand out from the background. Then I write 2025 at the top of the page of my left hand and 2026 on the top of the page of my right hand. Now begin filling the space inside your hands using color, texture, or symbols that represent your emotions. Your hand might automatically reach for a color you didn't plan on. Trust that intuition. No planning, no fixing. Let your body choose. Let your hands move gently. When you're dealing with health issues, you're often in a state of change. You are learning how to live in a new way. Inside my left hand, I stick a picture of a bird cage. You can use any symbol you feel represents you. A bird, a butterfly, an angel, or anything else. In my right hand, I stick a picture of a bird. Again, you must use a symbol that represents you. For me, the bird cage represents me caught in my illness, preventing me to be the real me I want to be. The bird represents freedom, freedom to reach my goals. I might be a bird with a broken wing that can't soar above the clouds, but I can still fly, even if in circles, and even if only low to the ground. Symbols help the future feel less overwhelming and more approachable. As artists, we discover ourselves through colors, shapes, and textures. Let this be something that represents you. Now gently bring the page together. Enhance areas with light or shadow. Add highlights, gold ink, any final marks you want to make. Let it feel supportive. Allow the page to hold both hands at once. The past and the future coexisting as one. This exercise isn't about having life figured out. It's a soft place to land, a pause between chapters, a moment where the body gets to speak before the mind takes over. You can return to this exercise anytime you feel overwhelmed, stuck, or standing on uncertain ground. Before you finish, sit down quietly with this question. Which hand feels heavier right now? The one holding the past or the one reaching towards the future? There's no right answer, only honesty. Take a deep breath. And then, when you're ready, gently close your page. You can come back at any time. Thanks for spending this time with me today. I will see you in our next video. Until then, gentle creating.